Hey everybody, this is Limitless KRG, and we're doing another toy review this week. And this is from the Robot Spirits GAT-01 Strike Dagger from Bandai Tamashii Nation. And this is a 2012 figure. This is a really old figure, you could say. It's about 12, 13 years old. Of course, Robot Spirit has updated their figure line and done really cool line so far. They've done Anime Robot Spirit, and that's like an updated version compared to this one. And of course, I'll tell you how much I got in the end of the video and where I got it. And yeah, so like again, this is a Strike Dagger. This is from the Gundam Seed series. Gundam Seed. This is one of my favorite mobile suits of that storyline, and just because he's an underdog. And of course, I'll tell you a little bit about its past, about this, and especially of this on about an episode when it was Birdie came out in the show. But man, it's such a crazy scene. But yeah, so this is, like I said, this is a 2012 Strike Dagger Robot Spirit. I got this a couple years ago. Of course, I'll tell you how much and where I got in the end of the video. But yeah, so this thing is sick. I really like it. Now, again, it is a little outdated, so when it comes to some of the joints and everything are a little outdated compared to the newer models now. But still, it's a really cool figure to have into your collection, especially if you're a Gundam Seed fan. But yeah, the box itself, it's one of the older, we could say one of the older versions, a little bit smaller, thinner. But Robot Spirit hasn't really changed from that. They still kind of do that, but also they've been a little updated more. Some of them have closer windows, open, more closer front cover box art, and then a little bit you can see of the mobile suit itself. But yeah, so let's open this baby up and get a better look inside. Alright guys, so now let's get a closer look at the figure itself. The figure itself really does capture the dagger. It's a nice detail. It has remnants of the Gundam Strike, because technically it was reverse built using that. if that's the correct word for it. But yes, it looks really nice. I do like this. But you could tell if you collected the new Robot Spirits, you probably could tell that this is how the body and the joints have been outdated compared to the new ones now. Alright guys, so now let's test the articulation. Now again, this is a 2012, so the articulation is not like more advanced compared to the modern one, but it still has not bad actually. So it has a ball joint. So it has a bone joint here, and it seems like it has a little lever there, so it goes up. It doesn't have a bone joint this size, it's just a bone joint there, as you can see that. So it does go up. He does not have that kind of like a chest butterfly effect that the newer models have. He does have a swivel here, swivel, swivel, swivel. He does bend pretty good. He has a bone joint in the bottom of his hip. It's not like it's one piece. So he does have some limits of him when it comes to bending to the side. So swivel, there is some limited, because this is a 2012 figure. This back part doesn't have any articulation. Kicking wise, let me turn it to the side. That's another thing. These older ones have ball joints and they pop off when you want to bend them. Just keep that in mind. But click it back on. It's also kind of loose. Sorry for that. Again, this is a 2012 toy. The back part's also loose. I don't know why. Technically, this is brand new when I bought it. You know what? Screw it. Let's just move it to the side. He does have a swivel right there. As you can see that. He does have... Okay, that's cool. So look at that right there. As you guys can see that. So to get more articulation, that's really cool. But I'm also a little afraid because I'm thinking that could break over time. Especially this part, it's very stiff. Very stiff. I'm going to definitely have to loosen that with some kind of like a... I don't know, with some kind of oil or something. Just to keep it, to make it more loose because, man, that's a lot of pressure right there. This thing's going to pop and break over time. But yeah, that's that part. So let's bend him forward. His leg does bend pretty good. This has a little shift itself. You guys can see that. He does have a board, not really a bone joint, more like just a joint that shifts to the sides, pretty much. It does not bend. Oh, actually it does, huh? It felt like it didn't, but I'm messing more with it right now. Again, that back piece is really starting to tick me off. It keeps falling off camera. I'm showing you. It does have a little bit of articulation right there. So that's pretty much it. His head does swivel all the way around. It is two pieces. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's two pieces, two board joints on the bottom, on the top of the neck. That's cool. So now let's add some of the accessories. You guys can see how it looks with the accessories on. Alright guys, so first let me add his blade saber thing. I always forget the name. Technically it's a lightsaber, so, but it's not beam saber. Thank you. I just remember. I'm thinking myself. It's put his beam saber, and then you put this part right here, and presto. Looks pretty good. So that's how it looks with. You guys can see that there's like more light here. That's how it looks with the weapons and everything. If you guys ever seen Gundam Seed, the series, a good series, especially the scene when this birdie comes out in the show. Well, spoilers, you haven't seen it. There's just a scene in that. It's just so messed up. So you finally, the Earth Federation has their own mobile suits, and they look really cool. But this mobile suit was rushed. That it had a lot of let's just say flaws in it. And one of the biggest flaws was that it couldn't take pretty much magnetic pulse. In other words, this thing would just shut down if you use a powerful magnetic pulse. And pretty much the pretty much the opposite team had a magnetic pulse freaking bomb, like an energy thing that just released this, and man, these things shut down so fast. And then the pilots were still inside, and then they were just being slaughtered. It was such a crazy scene. So it's sad because this is like a very underdog mobile suit, But man, that scene was just messed up. I really liked it. That's one of the reasons I like this mobile suit, because it's underrated. It's so it has so many you ever read the information behind this mobile suit. This mobile suit was such rush. It had so many it was rush and very cheap. Well, the only thing that made it effective was it has a beam rifle. That's the only way it was effective against the enemy. But man, that's so crazy. This thing was technically a walking metal coffin for pilots. It was a suicide, you could say, because it was just so rushed, and it wasn't enough time to really took the time to develop, because they were being, they were fighting, they were doing a war, and because SAF had mobile suits and they didn't. But I guess that's the only reason I really like this mobile suit, because it's underrated, and it was crazy. It was very simple, raw machine. And I dig that. I dig the underdog mobile suits in the any Gundam series. But yeah, so let's compare. They want to see it right next to the enemy mobile suit. Let's do that now. And there are together compared to the Robot Spirit anime version, that the superior kind of figure compared to this one, an old updated figure. But let's just show them next to each other. That's really cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to show you how they look compared to each other. Now, technically, proportion wise, this is a little bit bigger, thicker wise compared to this one. But I think that's how it was in the show too. This again, it was like a downsized mobile suit with not really protected armor. Yeah, only I had was the shield and the beam rifle and the lightsaber. Well, beam saber. I keep saying lightsaber. Sorry about that. But yeah. Alright guys, so that's it. That's the end of my video. So let's talk about the good and the bad about this. So, again, it's 2024, and this is a 2012 figure. So let's talk about the good. About this, it does capture the anime series of this figure. It looks really cool. Especially, sadly, there's only been a model kit version of it, and it's that simpler model kit. It doesn't look that good, and doesn't have a lot of articulation. I forgot the actual brand. It's not a high grade. It's a lower than a high grade, I think. But there hasn't been anything else, just that. And this figure, I think they're going to come out with a high grade. I'm not sure. I really haven't really checked anything news related to anything Gundam model kit related. If you're a fan of Gundam Seed and it's a miss, definitely half. Especially if you like these Dagger mobile suits, even they had such a bad opening beginning for them. But I like it. I liked it when it came out in the show. It's just sad how that whole part right there. But I really do like it. Now, the only negativity I have against it, and I do have a little bit, quite amount of negativity, is that price range, how much you can get it for now, and articulation wise. So articulation wise is, like I said, is the 2012 figure. And it's a little outdated when it means I wish it had better articulation, because if you collected, anyone ever collected any new Robot Spirit with the anime Robot Spirit ones, they are more amazing articulated. This is a little outdated to the point that sometimes the size of the hips of the protection of the armor pops out really easily. And I wish it had a little bit more articulation just so it can be cooler poses. But again, this is a 2012, so it's technically already outdated figure. Sadly, Bandai Tamashii has not come out with a new one. I hope they do. It would be cool if they did, because I'll be on that. I would love to get if they came out with a more anime accurate version of this. Oh my gosh. I'll put it pre-order as I speak. Other negative about this is price range, because this is such an there haven't been anything else, just a model kit and this. This goes for a more expensive than usual. So with this retail, I think it retailed back in Japan. Could be wrong. It was years ago. I think it retailed about $20 or $30. That's how much I got it, because I got it maybe 5 or 6 years ago. It does not retail for that price. It retails brand new, goes for about 80. Pre-owned goes about 60 or 70. So that's just tell you how much is there demand for it, and just tells you how much of a small there is of it. And why people, that's why there's, like I said, there's not much of this figure out there. It's just that simple model kit and this Robot Spirit one from 2012. So that's the negativity. I just have to give you a heads up. If you can get it for a decent price, get it for a decent price. I got mine, like I said, maybe 4 or 5 years ago through a seller on eBay. I think I paid altogether about $34, $35. And that's a good bargain, because that's almost the retail price when it came out in Japan. But sadly, it does not go for that price no more. It goes for higher and up. I don't know if Bandai Tamashii was ever going to come out with a newer version. If they did, I'll be really cool. I would love to see that. I would love them to continue the Gundam Scene line, because there is a lot of nice, cool character model kits, mobile suits in that line. That's so really cool, and I would love to see more of it. So I hope you enjoy this. This is Limitless KRGNN signing out. Like I always say, any way to help the channel, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, any way to help the channel out. And like I always say, adios, and keep on collecting. Bye.